Red Door Shield. Secure everything.
A business owner sat across from me, and after everything, he finally asked the right question. For weeks, he had been asking, am I at risk? How bad is it? Could it happen to me? All good questions. But this time, he leaned forward and asked the one that actually matters. He said, okay, Tony, I get it. So, what does protected actually look like? If I did this right, what would I even have? And I realize that is the question almost no one ever answers for a business owner. Everybody is happy to sell them a piece of it. Almost nobody shows them the whole picture. So that is what I am going to do today. I am going to show you exactly what complete protection looks like for a small business. And I promise you, by the end, you will be able to look at your own business and know precisely what you have and what you are missing. It comes down to three simple words. My name is Tony Chan. I founded Red Door Technologies. And after 17 years, I can tell you that real protection is not a product you buy. It is not one thing you turn on. It is three jobs that have to happen continuously together. One is to protect, two is to detect, and three is to respond. Keep threats out, catch the ones that get in, and act fast when something happens. That is it. That is what complete protection is. Three jobs. And here's the problem I see in almost every small business. They do a little bit of the first one and nothing on the other two. Let me show you all three with a picture you will never forget. Think about how you would actually protect a building. The first job is protect. This is keeping the bad guys out in the first place. In our building, protect is the locks on the doors and the windows. It is the walls. It is everything that stops a threat from getting in. For your business, protect is things like multi-factor authentication on your accounts, email security that filters out the fake messages, keeping your software updated, making sure the right people have access to the right things, and nobody has keys they should not. This is the part most businesses focus on, and that is good. Locks matter. But here is the hard truth that the whole rest of this video depends on. No set of locks is perfect. Given enough attempts, and criminals run thousands of them automatically, something eventually gets through. A staffer clicks the one convincing email. A password leaks. That is not a maybe. Over time, it is a when, which is exactly why protect alone is never enough. And it is where almost everyone stops. So the second job is detect. And this is the one almost every small business is completely missing. Detect assumes something will get past the locks and asks a simple question. When it does, will you know? In our building, detect is the cameras and the alarm system. It is the thing that notices a broken window at 2 a.m. and sounds off, instead of letting a burglar wander the building all night. For your business, detect is active monitoring of your network. It is watching for a login from the other side of the world. It is checking whether your passwords have shown up for sale on the dark web. It is catching the intruder while they are still in the hallway, not after they have emptied the place. Remember that number from earlier in this series. The average breach goes undetected for weeks. That only happens for one reason. Nobody is watching. They have locks and no cameras. So when something gets in, and it does, it just walks around quietly for as long as it wants. Detect is what turns weeks of silent damage into an alert in the first few minutes. The third job is respond. And this is the one nobody plans for until they desperately need it. An alarm is only useful if someone actually comes. Detect tells you something is wrong. Respond is what you do about it, fast. In our building, respond is the security team and the police showing up while it is happening. Not a report you read next week. Someone acting right now to stop the damage. For your business, respond is having a plan and a team ready to move the moment something is detected. Shutting down the compromised account, containing it before it spreads, starting recovery immediately, knowing exactly who does what, in what order. Because here is the thing: detection without response is just watching the break in on camera. The businesses that survive an attack are not the ones who avoided it. They are the ones who caught it fast and responded faster. Respond is the difference between a scare and a catastrophe. So now you have the whole picture: protect, detect, and respond. The locks, the cameras, and a team that shows up. And here is why it has to be all three. They are a chain. Protect alone fails because something always gets through. Detect without respond is just watching it happen. Respond with no detect never even gets the call. Each one covers the failure of the one before it. Take any link out and the whole thing breaks. Now be honest about your own business. Most owners, when they really look, find the same thing. They have some locks, partial protect. They have no cameras at all, no detect, and no plan for who shows up, no respond. If that is you, you are not behind because you failed. You are there because no one ever showed you the whole picture. Until right now. And here is the best news in this entire video. You do not have to build all three of these yourself. You do not have to become a security expert or hire a whole team or turn your business into a tech company. All three jobs, protect, detect, and respond, can be handled for you as one connected system by people who do this all day. That is the entire idea behind what we built, not a product you bolt on. The whole picture covered so you can go back to running your business. So here is what I want you to do with this. First, share it. If you know another business owner, and you do, send them these three words: protect, detect, and respond. It might be the clearest 5 minutes of security thinking they ever get, and it could save their business. Second, find out where you actually stand. That is exactly what our free business security assessment does. We look at your business and tell you in plain English what you have for each of the three, where your protect is strong, whether you have any detect at all, and whether there is a respond plan or just hope. You walk away with the whole picture of your own business. No jargon, no pressure, just clarity. The link is in the description. And subscribe, because now that you have the framework, I am going to go deep on each piece. Next up, we start with protect, and I will show you the handful of locks that stop the overwhelming majority of attacks before they ever begin. But for today, remember the three words: protect, detect, respond.
Stop hoping. Start knowing.